Hello friends, welcome to Full House Kitchen and happy Valentine's Day everyone. We have a perfect recipe for you today for you to treat your Valentine with these chocolate dipped strawberries. These are great choice when you want to make a sweet gesture to show your appreciation for someone truly special. From holidays to birthdays and everything in between, these treats are sure to satisfy your sweet tooth. And why pay for these chocolate dipped strawberries when you can easily make them at home? So without further ado friends, let's make this treat. Alright, so we will start off by picking some fresh strawberries, and for the best finished look and result I would want to pick something like jumbo strawberries with the stems in it. So we have washed them all and we have to pat them dry, and this is important process because we have to take the moisture away from the strawberries. Next step will be melting our chocolate, and this is again another important process. We will be making a double boiler to melt the chocolate here because a chocolate does not treat very well to the direct heat because it might get burned. So basically we'll be melting chocolate on this steam method. We'll make the boiler by putting a pan and putting a strainer on top of it. Added water in the pan, and as the water boils, the steam will melt the chocolate. And we have used here the heat resistant glass bowl because it's important to put the heat resistant glass bowl only, because you don't want to put something which would crack or something, that will not be good, and it can be dangerous as well. And the chocolate we are using today is from Ghirardelli, the white melting wafers. And these are vanilla flavored wafers which taste really good with the strawberries. And as you can see, the chocolate is already melting. And we have to do it in the low flame, and we have to keep stirring as the process goes by. And as you can see, it's melting, and we have to make sure that there shouldn't be any lump in the chocolate, and it should be nice flowy chocolate. And now our chocolate is nicely melted, so we'll remove off heat, and now we'll temper it down. We'll cool it down a little bit before we can dip our strawberries. And here is another important tips friends. Do not put the strawberries directly when the chocolate comes off the heat, because when you dip it, the strawberry is not going to look good, and it will the color and shape, everything will change immediately, as you will see. For the brown chocolate, we have used these chocolate chips which are semi-sweet, and it tastes really good with the strawberries. And likewise we'll be melting these chocolate too, like we did for the white wafers. So now you can see that chocolate started melting, so we have to keep stirring at intervals, and so make sure that the chocolate doesn't get stick to the pan, so it melts nicely. Looks great, nicely melted. Now we'll remove off heat too and let it cool down a little bit. Alright, so we can remove it in a small bowl. So we have melted 3 different flavors here for our strawberries: red vanilla candy wafers, and white vanilla candy wafers, and chocolate chips. Color is looking so amazing, and now the temperature has cooled down a little bit, and now our strawberries are ready to be dipped. So friends, before we dip these strawberries, I'm putting a toothpick on each strawberry because we have something to hold on to when we dip it, and we have to put it upright direction so that it stays fine. And I want to put it somewhere in the stand so that these strawberries dries out good, but I did not have a strawberry stand to make these. But hey, I had a cucumber at home, so might as well use that as a stand. And it worked out great and holding up pretty good, and I think it can take so many other strawberries in there too. So when we dip it and we hold it for a little bit so that extra chocolate just drops down, and then you just turn it upside down and put it in the stand. And if you don't have a stand, or if you want to put it on the parchment paper as well, that also works, and I have seen people doing it. You just dip it and put it just on the parchment paper, and when it dries out it easily comes off, but the shape will not be as perfect as if you put it upside down without touching anywhere. And another important thing I must share, the timing is very, very important when you make these chocolate dipped strawberries, because you cannot put the strawberry when the temperature is a little warmer, or you cannot dip them when it gets cooled down. So you have to find out a balance where it's like somewhat in middle temperature, where you can dip it and it will stay fine. As it dries down, as it cools down, it will become thick, and then you'll have to melt it again. And for that, we can use this in a microwave. You can just put it for a little bit and it melts out pretty quick. So now you can see our chocolate has hardened. You can touch it and see. Now you can remove the toothpick, and it's looking perfect and great. And I will remove all our strawberries from my cucumber stand and remove all the toothpick, and now it's time for decorations. So now for decorating them, I have used these plastic cones for cake decoration, and we'll be putting these melted chocolate in here. Chocolate is still nicely melted, so I think it's ready now to put it in the cone. And we have to make sure that we do not cut the tip of the cone yet. We'll first fill the chocolate in the cone, and then we'll cut the tip later. So now we'll squeeze all the chocolate down until the tip, and then put a rubber band if you have it handy, so that when you squeeze them it doesn't push back. Alright, so now our white vanilla chocolate cone is ready, and likewise we'll make our other cones too for red vanilla flavored, and also our chocolate cones. And again, friends, another reminder for the timing. We do not want to fill this chocolate in the cone and leave it there and let it wait for like 10-15 minutes, because it will get hardened very quick. So once we filled it, we have to keep moving very fast. Start pushing out decoration as soon as we can, and as fast as many as we can. So now for making patterns on the strawberries, we'll with this still hand will hold the strawberry, and with free hand you keep moving the cone back and forth. And to practice off, you can just do the squeeze out on the parchment paper, and you can just have a feel of it and try it out on the strawberries. And friends, it just takes a little bit of practice. Once you start doing a couple of them, your hands will freely go on, and and it depends on like how fine cut you have done on the tip of the cone. If you have done a wider cut, then it will make bigger, more chocolate it will push. But if you have fine cut, then it will make the thin lines. And play around with the patterns, whatever you want to make. If you want to make a crisscross, or if you want to make like two different colors overlapping each other, that also looks nice. You can play with it, experiment whatever way you like it. If you want to just put dots, I have done so many different ways of patterns, which my kids like it too, and they love making it themselves, whatever they want to make it. Sometimes they make faces on it. Just play along, and it's really fun to do this part. So friends, hope you like these yummy treats. Please do give this a try, and let us know how you like it. And please do not forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done already. And thank you so much for watching.